Today we're going to talk about business analytics, the importance of looking at your numbers. And one number we're going to look at specifically is margin and why it's ultra important for you to know your margins, especially during the holiday season where everybody wants to give discounts. Stay tuned. But let's take a look at how a Harvard Business School defines business analytics. Business analytics is the process of using quantitative methods to derive meaning from data to make informed business decisions. You're basically taking your numbers, you're making them actionable. How many units did I sell? How much did I make off those units? And then you're using that to make informed business decisions. The key word is informed. So a lot of us make business decisions based on how we feel or how we think. Stop running your business like the dime bag dudes. So we're gonna go over some scenarios that show you the value and the power in business analytics. So you're running a business, you're selling whatever, okay? So you sell 5 units. Now you sell these 5 units at 10 each. So you make $50 in revenue. Remember, it's revenue, it's not profit. This is what you generated off this activity. This is not your take home. Remember that revenue is not profit. Say it every time you wake up in the morning and brush your teeth. Now, these 5 units cost $5 each unit. So your total cost is $25. So you generated $50 in revenue and you have $25 in cost, which means you have $25 in profit. So this activity netted you $25. That is good. But now Black Friday comes and you're having a sale, 50% off. You're like, we're gonna blow the doors off of this. So you sold 10 units at a cost of $5 each, and your total cost is $50. Which means you don't make a profit. You broke even. You broke even. So you sold more packages, you sold more units, you had a lift in units, but you had a decline in revenue. This is important. That's why I always tell everybody activity does not equal progress. In this scenario, in the discount scenario, if you're actually shipping out tangible products, you just shipped out more product. You felt much more busier. You're telling everybody this is the most busy Black Friday we've ever had. And you might say it's a success. But when you look at the actual numbers, you failed. You made less money. This is the importance of looking at your numbers. This is how you make informed decisions. Because if you look at these numbers, you know, hell no, we're never marking down 50% off again during Black Friday or during any other sale. Because you know the numbers don't work out. That's an informed decision. See, this is just a decision. 50% off. It feels right. I know I'm going to sell a lot. And it's true, you sold a lot. But you didn't make nothing. Informed decisions. That's another thing you got to say. You got to say revenue isn't profit, but you also need to say informed decisions. Make informed decisions. Now let's look at what the Harvard Business School says are the top 3 benefits of looking at your business analytics. More informed decision making. We saw that when you moved off of emotion or based on thought, you get a 50% discount during Black Friday, you end up losing money. Another benefit of business analytics is greater revenue. We saw that. When we looked at the numbers, we saw firsthand that our revenue would be greater if we just kept our price the same. sometimes, like in scenario A, on the standard discount, it's better to do a pack-in, a cheap pack-in. If I could do a 25-cent pack-in on my items, I take a 25-cent hit in my profit. But if I get a unit lift, then it might nullify that 25 cent. So you get greater revenue when you're looking at these numbers. The third benefit of business analytics is improved operational efficiency. All right, so when you're looking at your numbers, you could see what part of your business is, like, this is just a small example. What part of my business is actually costing me the most money? Like, if I'm looking at my cost, then I'll see, okay, procuring the widget from this supplier is costing me a lot of money. And I also have latency in the development of it, and then there's latency in the shipping. So let me see if I can get a cheaper supplier that's closer to me, and maybe I can drive or have one of my employees drive to pick up the widgets, and I'll save X amount of dollars. I'll save X amount of manufacturing time, and I could develop more products faster and get them to market faster, right? So that's the benefits of looking at these numbers. Now, what is the number we're going to focus on today? That number is margin. It sounds like a buzzword, and you hear it. It sounds like business jargon, like what's your margin, what's your percentage? But it's really an important number because it shows how much gap you have between what you're selling your product for and how much it's costing you. That gap is what informs those discounts. You can't give discounts if you don't know your margin. You might end up selling your pants. Now, I'm going to show you a simple financial model, or a simple way of looking at margins that I like to use. I'm going to walk you through this spreadsheet. What we have here is a basic profit analysis spreadsheet, okay? Now here I laid out all the costs. This is every single cost that's gonna go into selling every single item. Here I have how much I'm gonna sell it for. And then here's how much I'm gonna take home in the course of all this activity. I have the cost it's going to take me to make it. The cost it's going to take for the manufacturer to ship it to me. Then I have the totals. Then I have my operational cost. This is another thing that people like to slack on when they're selling stuff. All right, if you're selling, so like I have product 6 and product Z. When I sell these products, I have merchant fees. So it could be PayPal, it could be Stripe, it could be Square. There's going to be, if you're taking debit cards, there's going to be some type of merchant fee. And a lot of times we don't analyze those fees, and those are cutting into our profit. Then you need your packaging fees. What are you going to package it up in? You're going to package it up in a bag or a box when you ship it? There's other things that we bake in to make our product special. You could put a thank you card, a sticker, a cloth bag, or what have you. So you want to total all these costs up. Then you have your total cost here per item sold. Now you have your price points. How much do I want to sell it for? So I want to sell it for $29.99. Then here's a discount that I can sell it for. So you can have multiple looks. And then here's your profit here. So if I sell product 6 at $29.99, I'm going to take home $10.96. So if I wanted to give a discount on this, I know I can give $5 off on each item. Or I can give $7 off on each item and still make a profit. That's the important part of doing this analysis, because when you see this number, and this number, you know you can't do 50% off. Okay? If you do If your cost is $20 for product 6 and you do 50% off, that means you're going to sell these for $15 each. Okay, that's with the 50% off. But your cost is $19 each. See, a lot of y'all, once again, are not doing this analysis, and it's not this clear to you what you're doing. And as I stated, you'll have that lift in units, but you're not having a lift in revenue. So you're making more activity, but you're not progressing. All right, so that was the basic model. The last takeaway here is I was running a sports memorabilia business, and we were doing good. We were doubling revenue year over year. But at a certain point, there were some challenges, and our average revenue per unit was decreasing, and it was having a significant impact on our revenue. And so I had to minimize our expenses. So I had to get rid of some employees. I had to get rid of an inventory person. And so I had to start packaging the boxes and shipping them out. And I was sitting in the inventory room, and I was like, we're shipping out more packages than we ever have, but I'm shipping the boxes. This is a fail. And that's when it became clear to me that activity is not progress. I'm like, yo, I'm the boss, and I'm in here shipping packages. Something is wrong. I was telling myself when we started the business, yeah, I understand I had to ship the boxes, but we're a couple years down the road. I should not be shipping boxes. I should be looking for opportunities to grow the business. That's what I should be doing. I should be looking at opportunities to streamline the business, to make things easier so we're leaner, meaner, and we're putting more money in the bank. But I wasn't doing that. I was doing menial work in the business because we couldn't afford an employee. There's someone listening to this right now that's in that situation. It's time to hop into QuickBooks. Don't even hop into QuickBooks. Hop in Excel, do a basic model, and see where you're at. Have a real conversation with yourself. See where your business is at, and see what your next move needs to be. And part of that, being an entrepreneur and being a leader, more importantly, being a leader, is having that uncomfortable, introspective analysis to determine where you're at, and then charting the course from there. A lot of y'all are charting the course from positions that really don't exist. You think you're on the mountaintop and you're making decisions based on being on the mountaintop, but really you're in the bottom of the ocean. So with that, Black family, be one. Have a wonderful day and happy holidays.